until you have 2 specters and they aren't dying instantly, lol. Heist is boring at the end of League. Forget the stupid specters if you want. To be fair, you don't have to run through the actual heist. Just being at the start.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Now, before I said anything here, you witnessed a clip of my girlfriend struggling and pretty much raging at the game because she did not really know how to follow or how to build a detonate dead character, and it illustrates one of the main problems with the game, which is the huge problem with trying to find out which build, which guide to follow. So in this little video series I'll be doing, I'm going to go over the top YouTube creators builds, and I'm going to be reviewing like 1 or 2 builds each video, just trying to figure out how good these builds are and what I actually think of the builds for a beginner trying to follow the build. And I'm going to go through the videos, look at what's good about the video, look at what's good or bad about the POB or build, and try to figure out, is this a build I would recommend to my girlfriend, right? Would I actually want her to play this build? Would I actually want a beginner to play this build? Now, the reason behind this is that PoE is struggling to grow as a game, and part of it is due to decisions from GGG, but other problems with it are purely because it's a pretty hard game to get into. Back in the day, Chris said that 50% of players do not make it past Brutus, and it's kind of crazy when you think about that statistic, and then you think how GGG went out of their way to make Act 1 harder. So if you think that Brutus is making people quit, or that the early game is super hard and super unwelcoming, and then you go ahead and tell people, oh, we're going to buff Act 1 and make it harder, right? Then it's kind of weird, right? Because you're actually making the weakest part of your game even weaker by making Act 1 harder. So it's even more important than ever for these build guides to offer a good leveling tree, to have a smooth transition to maps in order to guarantee that people will actually be able to make it to endgame. If you actually hear what percent of people actually are able to kill Maven, I'm pretty sure it has to be in the single digits of the people who start out playing the game, right? So for today's video, we are going to be looking at one of the most prolific build creators on YouTube, one of the top dogs, right? This is the Rolls Royce of PoE builds. Or is it? Or is it, right? Just look at these thumbnails. These are the things that draws a beginner in. Like the flashiness. Everything about it just looks so professionally done, right? It just looks amazing. Like, look at all these builds, right? And 186 subscribers, probably the #1. I think there's someone else called Phoenix with 190K. And let me know down below in the comments if you want to see me do a review of his build. But in order for me to do a fair build review, right, I have to choose a build that I have played before and I know in and out, right? And for that build, we will be doing none other than Lightning Strike Berserk Deadeye. Well, we'll be doing Lightning Strike Deadeye Ranger, and let's see how it is. So we're going to go over each section of the video. You're going to go look at what he has in the description, go look at the POB, and we'll see how it is, right? So completely fair, unbiased review. I have no affiliations with these websites or YouTube creators, and I'm just doing it out of just trying to figure out what is a good build creator and what is a good guide. So right away we see the intro. Now it seems like intros are pretty important, right? So #1, when you want to make a good build, you want to have an intro to make it look good, right? You want to immediately capture the viewer's imagination, and of course you want to tell them to subscribe to the video. I know I don't tell you guys to subscribe that much because honestly I think it's kind of cringe, but yeah, but I should probably just do it a little bit more. But basically, you want to showcase the build. I think that's one of the biggest things that I make a mistake of, is not showcasing the gameplay immediately. You kind of want people immediately to get hooked into the build, right? You want them to see, oh, this is what I want to be playing. So lots of mapping, not really any bossing though. So, oh, there's a Minnow. Look at that Minotaur DPS. This is looking like the build for me, right? So right away, we go into the equipment section, and whoa, what is this? Budget meter? So everything looks pretty good. Like, it looks pretty professional. Now, red flag here, POEbuilds.net. What is this? Is this like an advertisement thing? Now, this is an interesting scale. Alk, Chaos, Divine, Exalt, Mirror of Calandra. Important items estimated cost 30 Chaos. Now, that seems kind of low for a Lightning Strike build. So this guy must be using some crazy stuff. And of course, you have your obligatory random rating section. So people like this. So next time I make a build, I'm going to put 10 out of 10 clear speed, 10 out of 10 boss damage, 10 out of 10 survivability, right? And let's see. So this is pretty much, they're trying to showcase what you want to look for on rare items. Don't really know how useful this is for beginners, as you even know how to search for these things. But basically, Ichimonji. Whoa, what is this? The red flag warning right here, right? Is this a QR code to, what's it called? To buy exalts or something? I have no idea. What is this QR code? It's kind of weird. Why is there a QR code over here? But I guess it is what it is, right? And they really are trying to advertise their website. I really wonder, why are they trying to advertise their website so much? It must be a great wealth of information, right? So Ichimonji, I've actually never heard of anyone using Ichimonji for Lightning Strike. Huge red flag. Jeweled foil. Whenever you see anyone using a foil, you know they have no idea what's going on with the game, right? Like, what are they even doing? And how come he's using a 5 exalt weapon when it said the estimated build cost is 30 chaos? Something's not adding up anymore. But basically, you don't want to use a foil because there's a support gem called Nightblade, and Claw Implicit is too overpowered. So this is already some pretty bad problems with the build. Like, it's not even like it's an alternative, right? A foil is just absolutely terrible compared to a claw. Starkanjas, can't really get mad about that. Oh, he gets nearby enemies at -9 to lightning res. This is not too bad. Some evasion, some life. So this guy knows what he's doing with the rare items. Impulsas, this is kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting body armor. I mean, it does give you a lot of damage, and it gives you explode for clear speed. It's not exactly the worst. Isn't cheap, but he did say it was 30 chaos, right? So, great budget armor. Belly of the Beast. Now, that's actually not too bad. Really cheap. Divine Life Flask. Seeding Divine Life Flask. Diamond Flask. Quicksilver Flask. So, he has most of the items. Like Lion's Roar, I don't really agree with. I don't even know why you're using it. Wise Zoke. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh, pretty good graphic about how to do it, right? So overall, I don't really disagree with any of the equipment stuff. Most of the stuff seems pretty good. Obviously, the biggest problem is using a foil, right? Now, he's just showing casing. So what is going on with this QR code? Like, this guy, I don't know what is going on, honestly. Like, that stuff is just not okay. I mean, didn't he already showcase all of this gear before? So, oh, now this is a pretty good section. So overall, this video is pretty well done. 40% lightning strike damage. I do think that this is not the helmet enchant, right? You want to get lightning strike pierce. So I don't really know why he decides pierce is not necessary. Pen is probably the good enchant for lightning strike. Oh, Panopticon. So this guy is a Panopticon enjoyer. Like, what is this? Is this like you're supposed to scan the thing and you can buy it on like POE trade or something? It just makes it look so weird. But I mean, this is a pretty good image. Is this the image for Panopticon, or did he just make this image himself? So attribute requirements. Oh, this is pretty cool. It shows you, man, this is a pretty high attribute. And it is very nice. Strength is a pretty big issue with the build, and so is int. So cosmetics. Now this is never really a section that I understand from PoE builds, or like, what's it called? From build creators. Like, who cares about the cosmetics? Is this like, I don't even understand. Check out the brand new site. What is this? Okay, interesting. So just a random cosmetic section, not really that useful. Gems. So this is Vol Lightning Strike. Fist to Lightning Hypothermia. Hypothermia? Who uses hypothermia? Wait a moment. Why is someone using hypothermia in their league? Whoa. Fizz to Lightning? Has this guy heard about a Watcher's Eye before? Okay. Obviously, these leaks are not good. Hypothermia is kind of weird as a leak. I mean, it's not terrible, but do you even get enough damage to chill? Like, does this guy even have added cold damage on his gear? I don't even know what's going on. Okay, so something is wrong with this build already, right? Vol Haste, Vol Grace, Steel Skin, increased duration. So, is it temporary aura? Is he recommending to run Oh my goodness. Okay, having too many Vol skills like Vol Haste, Vol Grace, and Vol Lightning Strike means that you'll charge up your Vol Lightning Strike a lot slower, right? So that's not very good. Kind of seeing some red flags. So he's trying to left click Steel Skin with increased duration instead of doing cast on damage taken. So, oh yeah, he is left clicking. So that part's okay. But basically, the gem links are terrible. Not using Nightblade on Lightning Strike build is awful. Dash is a great movement skill. You know what else is a great movement skill? Whirling Blades. And Summon Ice Golem is okay. Blood Rage is not too bad. Enhanced, pretty good to have that. Wrath, Summon Skitterbots. Precision level 6. Okay. Enlighten. I mean, using Enlighten in your build and then saying it's 30 Chaos is kind of a little bit weird to get all these items. Ancestral War Chief, Ancestral Protector, multi-totems. I actually like this setup. Not having Colon Strike is kind of weird, but overall, Arcanist Brand, Assassin's Mark, Wave of Conviction. Should probably ask someone to use an Assassin's Mark ring, I think. But overall, this is a pretty big red flag area. I don't think that this build is optimized at all. I don't think using Fizz to Lightning or Hypothermia is good at all. And then I also think asking people to be using Enlighten is a huge issue for a newish build that's advertised around at like 30 Chaos. Assassin's Mark with Arcanist Brand and Wave of Conviction is just not really the best way of doing it. And I don't really know what's going on. So Jewels, Biz damage, lightning damage, crit multi, melee damage, attack speed, maximum life. So all this stuff is pretty good, right? This helps you out a lot. So this person should probably know that if he got the Wrath Conversion Watcher's Eye, that he would be able to get another gem link in, and that he would get a lot more damage. So this is the cluster jewel setup. Now, this is just kind of weird because you should always be using Feed the Fury on the large clusters. But what does Storm Drinker even do? Isn't this like gives you like power charges or something? Or I don't know, does it give you effective ailments? I'm not too sure. Either way, recommend some large clusters. Not really the best large clusters, but it could be worse, right? It's at least do a lightning cluster. So let's go see the skill tree. So a lot of people have this thing where I know there's a lot of build makers do this, right? So the skill tree, most people don't know what path of building is, and that is actually it's just how it is, right? People don't really download a third-party app. And having a picture of a skill tree, I've realized, is pretty important for beginners, especially people on console who don't even have a PC. So you can see this is actually really good. He goes through the whole tree and how to level it. And I do think that this could be something I add to my videos in the future. So overall, the tree is not terrible. I'm only looking at it. He has a sword cluster. He has these nodes down here. Everything looks like nothing's too bad. Now, this is a very good portion. A lot of people always ask me, one of the main questions is what is the ascendancy? And this is the ascendancy, right? So he actually takes Gale Force, and then he takes the Marks effect. So I don't really understand. Why is he taking... Oh, he's doing Assassin's Mark for the increased effect of Marks. Kind of interesting, right? I don't really think Deadeye... Obviously, Deadeye is not the best ascendancy. I feel like most people know this. Deadeye is just not what you want. So what he gets here? Skills Chain +1 time. I do think Chain +1 times does help out Lightning Strike a lot on clear from what I've been told. So it's not terrible. Lunaris and his Pantheon. I guess he just gets stunned. I'm not really sure how he deals with ailment immunity in terms of freeze, shock. In fact, this is probably not one you want to be using. You want to be using Dissolve the Brine King because I don't really see how this guy dealt with freeze or stuff like that. And I don't even know how this guy... Oh, he has impulses, right? So he can't be shocked. So I guess the minor Pantheon's okay, but I think he should probably be using the Freeze Pantheon unless he has a way of dealing with Freeze. Now, Bandits, now we all know it's all about the presentation. So he has a pretty good looking picture here. Now, leveling skills. Oh, wait. No, this is just... This is kind of weird. You don't want to be leveling with Frostblaze. If you tell a beginner to level with Frostblaze at the start and try to do Brutus, they're probably going to quit the game. I'm not even trolling. Like, if you're telling someone to use Frostblaze with Ancestral Call, lowering your damage on Brutus, I'm pretty sure the Brutus fight will take a year and that they'll quit the game. So, not really sure. You should probably recommend people to use Splitting Steel and then change skills, especially if you're going to use Frostblade, right? Frostblade is absolutely awful for single target. Like, you think someone is actually going to be able to kill Brutus with Frostblade and Ancestral Call and Pierce in their link? It's got to be crazy. A Herald of Purity, Skitterbots. You could probably use Thunder or Ice, honestly. Lightning Strike, elemental damage of attacks, elemental focus, melee, physical damage. I think if you swap the Lightning Strike this early, it's gonna be pretty painful. But who knows, right? I maybe will try leveling with this setup one day, and we'll see how painful it really is. I really like the section on the side with the auras, Skitterbots, and Herald of Purity. Really well done, right? Even though the idea is not great, the presentation is good. But that's actually not a good thing, right? So it's like if you have a cake out there and you make the cake look super good, and this person has never eaten cake before, he doesn't know what this cake actually tastes like or what cake actually tastes like at all. So he tries out the cake and he thinks it's really good. He doesn't know any better. And then he's like, why is cake just always so bad? This is like what's going on here. This person will just hate cake, which is PoE, because he's playing this build. And it's actually so bad for leveling. So I don't know why he's waiting to level 45 to replace Herald of Purity with Wrath, unless you don't get the gem Wrath while leveling. So I'm not too sure about that. It's good to have Enlightened Gem level 3. I don't even know. Why are you using Herald of Purity? I guess it's a more Fizz damage multiplier. And leveling items, this section is always good. Tabula, trying to get you to buy a Tabula from their website or whatever with the QR code, really cringe. Gold Rim, pretty good. Wanderlust, nothing wrong with these. Princess is actually not a terrible weapon. Praxis is actually good. So most of this stuff is pretty cool. Like these are actually like good leveling uniques. You know, people's possible questions. Oh, so this is like FAQ, right? PathofExile.com for trade is good. I thought he was gonna link to his website. It's gonna be good for trade. And for more detailed questions about this build, oh, POEbuilds.net. So I guess this is his website. And level 40 dying a lot. So this is a pretty good advice actually for saying, oh, the resists are a big issue. And I don't have as much HP. Yeah, try to get more life on your gear. And then you have the gameplay. Nice little music. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tier 16 map. No bossing really shown, but isn't this what he did? So overall, what do I think of this build? Well, bad is what I think of it. Builds, links are just bad. Right? You see these gems. Like, you just can't be using these gems. You can't be telling people to level with Frostblades at the beginning. You need to tell them to level with Spectral Helix until they swap, right? I mean, I think if a beginner tried out this build, they're going to get stuck on Brutus. That's what I think. I also think that these links are terrible. Watcher's Eye definitely get Wrath conversion. I don't know why you're using a sword instead of a claw. But maybe he doesn't know the build that much, right? So let's go see where the POB is. There's no POB. Well, I guess that's that, right? I guess he wants me to go to his website. So let's go see. Well, can I find the POB on the website? What is this website? Where do I find this build? So obviously this guy is making a build guide with no POB, and then when I kind of go find the build, I get linked to this website, and this is a horrendous looking website. Like, why are these things? Have you ever seen a website where the stuff at the top is not aligned? Like, why is this thing here? Why is this thing here? So let's become a member. So he wants me to pay $4.99 per month, cheaper than a Twitch subscription. So should I try to sign up for this? Okay, I'm gonna try to sign up for this just for you guys, right? Trying to figure out how good this build is. Monthly plant unit canceled. Wait, duration is what does it mean? Okay, I can't be signing up for this. This thing looks like real sketch. I don't even know what's going on here. I think I need to be leaving this. So where is the build? Okay, so I can't see the build. What is this? So you actually cannot access the path of building. No time to farm, don't worry. What do you mean don't worry? Become rich in minutes? Get rich here. Cheap currency. Oh my goodness, this is an RMT site? Oh my. Okay, this is terrible. I don't even. Where's the build? Where is the lightning strike build? Dude, every single thing you click on here, you have to go. No time to farm, don't worry. Okay, yeah. I mean, I can't really recommend this person. What's sponsors ad area? I don't even think that. Oh my goodness, this is. I have ad block though. How I have ad block. So obviously, this stuff is literally just like images they link to the website, and not really an ad, because I can actually block all of the ads, as I have 2 ad blocks, as you can see. So overall, what do I rate this site or this video? This video, I honestly give it like an 8, 9 out of 10 for presentation. Probably a 3 out of 10 for, I don't even know, for like the actual build itself. I mean, I can't even see the build because it seems to be locked behind some paywall that wants me to buy a monthly plan, and I'm definitely not going to be giving them a login info for a site that looks like this. Like, look at this stuff. This looks terrible. Why is this thing misaligned? Like, you just look at a site like this, it screams like something fishy's going on, right? But I do like the presentation, and I do think the build is playable, but I do think the leveling suggestions are pretty bad. I think the gem links are pretty bad. And yeah, this is definitely not a great source for builds, at least for Lightning Strike. I will probably do another video for this video YouTube maker. And it's actually kind of sad, right? Like, you go to see a beginner, they're trying to learn a build, and they're actually end up with this stuff, right? I was about to say garbage, but that's not very nice. So we're going to be looking at this one maybe next. Block Frostblades build. I just can't wait to see this. A Gladiator Frostblades. We'll be seeing how it's going, but I hope this video has helped you like enlighten people who like actually look at this site or this YouTube maker and think that they can find a quality build out there for it, especially like people who want to play like Lightning Strike. And I should probably, this is why I want to put more effort into my video guides, so people choose my guides instead of choosing something like this, like Hypothermia. I don't even think, can Hypothermia even proc if you have no cold damage? I have no idea what's going on. But hopefully this has helped out everyone or dissuaded people. This website is honestly, I mean, this QR code stuff of the website is just not for me, right? Maybe it's good for beginners, maybe it helps people out and it's super simple to follow, but in terms of the actual substance of the build, very, very bad. But thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this series, let me know down below in the comments what you would like to see. If there's any other video makers or build makers that you think need to be shown, or because of how good it is or how bad it is. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you find more Mirrors, Exalts, and Mage Bloods than me. And see you next time. Bye.